Why do higher ups in corporate ask you for your opinion when they don't actually want it? Because the amount of times I've been asked for my opinion on projects, and I give my actual opinion, and I'm always wrong. Like, they always just go back to their opinion. It's like, why ask?
Say anything that you don't already know, whether talking to the lady that made the original video or to anybody else watching this video, but it's because you're a stupid nobody and you couldn't possibly comprehend the level of genius that exists in their mind. So when they wanted opinions on their new idea, it was opinions on how amazing it was. Because if you were even remotely as smart as them, you would have their job. Because they're the greatest, best, most intelligent, super genius human beings that have ever fucking existed. I was in a meeting once where a CEO level vice president of executive such and such got called out when he said, like, guys, every time I ask for opinions, like, no one ever says anything. And someone braver than me, because I was already in shut my mouth mode because I had already opened my mouth a few too many times the last several meetings, someone said, it seems like you don't actually want our opinions. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Of course I want your opinions. And he's like, no, because every time you ask for our opinions, every time you ask what we think, and someone says something, anytime that opinion goes against any response that basically could be summed up as, this is the best idea ever, you are very dismissive of very real concerns. So when you ask for thoughts and opinions, it really genuinely does not seem like it's a good faith question. And it was the type of thing that, again, when he asked that, I wanted to ask so bad. But I had literally the week before called out a vice president of something on being a dick to another employee in front of 100 people and not apologizing for it, after it turned out that the thing that he was a jerk to him for was something that wasn't his fault and was actually something that the executive calling him out on, it was his fault that the guy didn't have the information. So I shut my mouth. But the fact that this got asked and this got a very real question or very real answer, and then the guy doubled down, I was like, no, I didn't know that you guys felt this way. And there was basically silence for a while. And he goes, no, if that's how you feel, we have to do better. And the very next week, someone asked for an opinion. And when an opinion was given, they were summarily dismissed again. It's because you're too stupid to offer an opinion. That's why.